I'm now with Peter McDonald, who's been selected as a Outstanding Citizen 2024. Congratulations, Peter.
Thanks, Neil.
Very, very well-deserved reward.
Thank you.
Yeah. And I know that you were a bit taken back when we handed you the envelope.
Yeah, I certainly was. I kind of wonder why your criteria, who made the choices, but anyway, I'm really grateful.
Yeah. Well, I think as we go through some of your profile, people will understand why you've been chosen. Let's just start off with a bit of a background. Growing up as a young guy in Stratford, just a little bit about your family, and then we'll get into some of the things that you've done over the years.
Well, yeah, actually, Neil, Stratford's been an amazing place for our family. We've had a business that's been going here since 1912, and I don't think I've lived it, apart from 4 years away at college, I think I've always lived my life in here, and my dad was the same. Stratford's been really good to us, and it is a really great place to live. All our kids have been brought up here. And
okay, so plenty of family tie here, obviously, and grandkids nowadays. Yeah. But what was the first sort of involvement you had as a volunteer or contributing to the community in some way?
It was quite funny, really. Well, I was never a committee person. I was a hoon like everyone else. Lost my licence 2 or 3 times, and spent a lot of time at the rugby club.
Well, not all of us have done that,
But but it was a really safe place for me to grow up, and it was really safe for my kids too. But I think the first time I sort of got involved with any sort of committee was Central Kindy.
Right.
Vicky started there. She was our eldest, born in '79, and I think one of the teachers rang and said, "Oh, would you come on the committee?" Which I did, and I've never been on a committee. I've never sort of thought of myself as a committee person.
Okay, so that was the thing that probably started you, and I know you had a stint on the board of St Joseph's, and you were chairman there, I know that. And then certainly involvement at Francis Douglas as the boys went through there.
Yeah, you kind of follow your kids. That's what I found. When the kids were at kindy, I was involved with kindy. When they went to primary, had 5 kids under 7, so they kind of all moved through in a bit of a block.
Right.
I remember dropping 5 kids off at primary school, and I think we had about 2.5% of the roll or something.
Yeah.
But
how many generations at school?
We've been over 100 odd years since there's been family at St Joe's, and there's still quite a lot there now.
Cool.
But what you did when the kids went to primary school, you say got on the board of trustees here. When they went off to college, I didn't. And Vicky was at Sacred Heart, and so I didn't get involved in any school committees, but I chaired the fundraising committees up there, and we built a big new hostel, and we did some really neat stuff.
So that really fundraising skill that you've got, a lot of that is hinged around your fantastic ability as an auctioneer. You must have done dozens, if not hundreds and hundreds of auctions over the years for various organisations.
Yeah, plenty. I've done a lot of property auctions too in the business, but I've done a lot of charity auctions. They're so much fun. I mean, I've sold you cakes, I've sold you stuff you didn't want.
I paid an exorbitant price, I can tell you. So one of the organisations that you were involved with in more recent years, and certainly one that you've raised lots of money for, was Taranaki Hospice. And you had a big involvement there.
Yeah, Hospice Taranaki. It was a funny setup there because I got approached by Carol Shaw. Remember Carol?
Yes,
yeah. Me a big hug on Broadway every time she saw you. And she said she wanted to get off the committee, and you couldn't get off unless you could find someone to replace you. When I did get involved, you could see that what could happen.
Yep.
At the time, they were just renting a little ward at the back of the mental health unit in New Plymouth, and they had an op shop which was 2 trestles, and they'd put it out on the front lawn at 2 o'clock between 2 and 4, 2 days a week. And then they put it back in the garage, and if it rained, the op shop didn't happen that day.
And of course those have evolved into the shops we see across the region now, and they're highly successful in raising funds.
Well, 13 years I was on that board, and I chaired it for 7, and so when I went there they were using the trestle. When I left we had Turangamori Hospice we'd built in all the hospice shops.
Facility. And that's a nice link in, of course, to the involvement that you had with the Taranaki rescue helicopter.
And that was a really neat trust to be on, because most of the trusts I've got on, I've always wanted to be chairperson or get on and get things done. But Bryce was really strong, and he was just great to work under. And now Evan Cotton he's outstanding. Yeah.
So you've done a lengthy period on there as well as a trustee.
Still on there, but I'm almost about to give out one.
There's a couple of others I just wanted to make mention in our limited time, and one was your involvement with Aged Care Central. I think you became the first chairman actually, in 2008.
I think I'm the only chairman.
Only chairman and still going, and that's been an absolute labour of love, but by hell, it's been a success story.
Yeah, Neil, that's really good, as you know, because you were part of that early journey. When we took over there was a real chance that we were going to lose all those facilities for Stratford, Mariri and Marianne.
Yeah.
But you can't do these things on your own. I mean, okay, I'm really lucky that, people have done what like you guys are doing with this, but it's not a one-man thing. You've got to have good people with you.
Yep.
And I've had some amazing people to work with, the Mike Walshers at Mariri and Marianne and stuff, and even yourself in that early part of that journey. But I always think that you can look back and think, yeah, okay, that's where we've come from and that's where we are. And there's a fair bit of pride in it.
Yeah.
The thing that probably, I don't know, I don't want to ruin your interview, but I feel really guilty about a lot of this because every hour that I've spent in a committee, it's an hour I've pinched off my kids. Mm-hmm. And, as I say, the kids were all 5 young ones, and I'd be going off to these meetings. I'd get home from work at 6:30 or something, and quick tea, gone to another meeting at 7:30, mince bathing kids and putting kids away. Yeah. So they do miss out a wee bit. And,
well, it's good that you acknowledge that, and that obviously is one of the downsides. And
yeah, it is. And you don't realise that there's a cost. There is a cost to all that.
Yeah. One last one I just wanted to cover, Pete, is your involvement with St John's Ambulance, and you were instrumental in getting the new ambulance bay built in Stratford. Yeah,
my time with St John was short and sweet. I think I got my 5-year service medal after I'd got an order of a member of the order, which is quite unusual. So I was only there for 5 years. But it was the same thing here, Neil. You go and get involved in these things, and you see that what needs to be done. You've got good people behind you, and you just get in and do it.
I guess the thing that stands out to me there is that most of these things that you've been involved with, there's a legacy benefit that's gone on for many, many years, and
I don't know why,
but they'll be long. Lasting well beyond our time. So
that's how I see it, particularly with the Marianne thing. I mean, what was set up, there's 93 people employed, there's 270 people under the care.
Back in 2013, I'm just a bit conscious of our time, but back in 2013 we gave you a Citizens Award for the great work that you had done across a number of organisations. We haven't really gone into those in any depth, but I just want to acknowledge the fact that you were involved with the Real Estate Institute, of course, and received a national recognition for that. The Taranaki Hereford Association and the Taranaki Irish Society. And in doing that, along with the hospice, there's 4 life memberships there. And then those have been topped off with national honours as well, including, Queen's Awards. So, I mean, that's fantastic. And you're still doing that, 12 years later?
Well, it sounds pretty impressive. I'm not trying to downplay them, I'm pretty proud of them. But the one that means most to me was that Citizens Award. Yeah. Like the St John one, you had to build a station, so that's what that comes from. But the Citizens Award really was, I don't know, it was not for anything in particular. It was just obviously they thought. And it was really nice. I still haven't had an invitation to the Mayor's Christmas party yet.
Yeah, we'll try and arrange it. I know the right people. Just one thing I just wanted to throw in there, this was an attempt to try and catch you off guard, was your involvement many, many years ago with the old, now defunct TV channel, TV7.
Okay, yeah.
And you were an interviewer on that show.
Yeah, I think back about it. I had a lot of fun in those days. I'm not quite sure how I fitted it all in.
Yeah, I can remember the old shows. They were fun. They were good to watch.
They were good. There was a group that lived up in Waihi somewhere of expat Taranaki people, and they used to get together at the club every Thursday night to watch the show.
Oh,
There's about 6 or 8 of them. They're just Taranaki
fan base, eh?
Yeah, they love
one of the original influences. So that's great.
Yeah.
And just finally, Pete, just the pipe band. I know that's something that you're very passionate about, and you turn up there regardless of the weather and play pipes on all sorts of occasions. That's pretty cool.
Oh, that's really my kind of. I suppose my way of getting out of it. Blow a bit of steam or blow a bit of air through those pipes. Once again, you're like, all those things, there's just the good people around you.
Our time has run out, we have to sort of wrap up, but I just want to say that you've done an amazing stint as a volunteer and as a positive contributor to our community.
Thank you.
And I can't think of anyone more deserving of an Outstanding Citizen Award than yourself. So
Thanks, mate.
congratulations.
I would appreciate that. If you don't look after your communities, you deserve to lose them. That's what I say. So.
Well done, Peter.
Thanks, Neil. Well done. Thank you. Yeah.